Procrastination. Are you a procrastinator? Or are you someone that puts things off, or I'll do it tomorrow, or the deadline is Friday and it's now Wednesday and you're like, I'll do it Thursday night at 10 and it's due Friday? I am one of those. So I am just painting the picture because I think all of us have a little bit of procrastination in us, even those of you that have everything on a checklist and have everything tight. I think that we all go through moments of, I just don't want to do it and let me just deal with it tomorrow. And I've been seeing a lot of content recently on procrastination and how interestingly it affects you in your life and business, and it just like is that feeling of dread. I call it like this weight that's on your shoulders that you carry because you know you need to do something. You keep kicking the can down the road, and then when you do it, you're either rushing through it or you're regretful, or you're basically being really mean to yourself, talking about, wish I had just done it yesterday. And I think there's amazing posts out there too that you see that'll say, the future you will thank you for doing it today, as well as like if you had started 365 days ago, imagine where you would be. So do the things now so that next year at this time, you'll be so excited. And that being said, I think it's really beautiful timing. We're walking into the last few months of the year of 2024 when you see this, probably, or it'll be beginning of January, depending on when this video comes out. But it's still like the concept of, how do you make yourself do the things you don't want to do? Ultimately, that's what life's about. That's what being an adult is about. Mel Robbins, I think she did a video once that really landed with me about no one's going to be your mom when you're an adult. Like when you're a kid, your mom makes you make sure that you get to school on time and that you brush your teeth. Did you brush your teeth? Did you take a shower? Did you wash your hands? Making sure you get up on time, making sure you have a bedtime. Like those are all policing things that we had as parents done for us, and we do them for our children. However, as adults, no one does that for us. And honestly, my husband, Michael, was like, you need to go to bed at your bedtime. I would probably lose it on him. So I don't think anybody really wants to be told what to do. And there is this really weird phenomenon, I think, that happens. I don't know if other moms like are going through this like me, but it's the whole concept of like, okay, you've been racing all day. You've done your morning routine. You're go, 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 go. You're basically getting everything done. You've done all the super mom stuff, the kids stuff, the work stuff, you know, whatever you need to do, errands and all that great stuff. And it is finally like quiet. The house is quiet. It may or may not be 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. I don't know, 8 o'clock. And you're like, finally, a minute. I can have my tea, my glass of wine, whatever you have, and I'm going to watch my show, or I'm going to read my book. And next thing you know, you're just like paralyzed. And all of a sudden, an hour goes by, and then 2 hours goes by. I'm guilty of this. I don't know. I think they call it bed rotting or something like that. It's amazing. It's almost like a guilty secret pleasure of mine. And I want to bring that up because I think it ties in with procrastination. So every night I have this whole story with me, and I'm like, okay, tonight's the night, then I'm going to go to bed early so I can get up extra early tomorrow so I can do all these things. And then I don't know what happens. Like, I think I kind of fall prey, I guess, into the whole, oh, one more episode, or, oh, you know, I don't really need to get up early tomorrow. I'll just let myself. Or if the alarm goes off and you do go to bed, you're so cozy and comfortable that you're negotiating with yourself. You're negotiating with yourself like, well, I'll let myself sleep another hour or 30 minutes and I'll just work out at lunch, or I'll work out after work. And I think I'm just bringing this up because I know so many of you go through this. I know I've talked to so many clients, friends, colleagues, and I think we all unanimously have gone through this at some point in our career. And for those of you people that are freaking militant and get up and go like maniacs and get to bed early, that's awesome, because like, I want to be like you. I struggle and I'm a human being, and I just want to be honest with that because I think there's nobody perfect in the world. And I think all of us are striving to get better every single day, and that's my goal. And this is something I want to call out because I think it is something, one of my biggest things that I'm working on constantly is I manage to do so much all day long. I'm freaking shooting this video in the middle of the night to get it done. Like the discipline so I wouldn't procrastinate it, because I wanted to make sure I had videos in queue and I had gotten dressed up for a listing and I really wanted to get this done. So I'm really good in that way. But for some reason, when it comes down to like getting to bed on time, like everybody says a morning routine starts the night before. And there isn't ever been a hard stop for me where it's like, no matter what, everything shuts down and you go to bed. And I'm curious for those of you, if you start implementing that type of discipline at night, what the whole next day would be. So that's my challenge. And I think that's something I'm going to be putting in my 2025 plan to get better at. And I challenge you to do the same, because I think it'd be curious to see, you know, if you had something like that in your life, what is it that you're struggling with? Maybe for someone else, it's not that. Maybe it's like, I'm not going to drink a glass of wine after dinner every night, or I'm not going to have a piece of cake after, you know, or I'm going to work out every day, or I'm going to make 5 calls. Maybe there's a discipline that you really struggle with that other people find really easy. It's really interesting exhausting. Like for me, calling friends and family, socializing, getting these videos, I love creating content. I really enjoy it. It's not hard. I enjoy it. So it's for me doing it at night. I just want to make sure to get it in. It's not like I don't have to sit there and say, oh my God, I have to do it. I have to do it. I don't want to do it. But I know some people really struggle with that. Just like some people really struggle with picking the phone up and making those calls and connecting because they're scared about the response you're going to get on the other side or rejection or whatever have you. So I'm just curious, like, what is the big procrastination that's derailing you because you don't have the discipline to say, be your own mom, like Mel Robbins said, and say, no, I'm going to do it. And that's what I challenge you. For me, it is about honoring rest. As I'm getting older, I know I need more rest. I think we used to brag about like how little we would sleep and function on. I don't think that's a good thing to brag about. So that is something I'm really working on, is getting the rest, getting my rest. Quality rest means getting to bed earlier and sleeping well so that I can get up and have a much fuller day and have a better experience and be better for my people the next day versus giving, a little piece of me. And then I also noticed too, if you go to bed earlier, you don't snack at night and you don't eat late at night. So I think it all kind of like stacks, that whole habit stacking concept, from one little decision and change. So that's one change that I'm going to be working on. And I challenge you to create a discipline in your life that is going to counteract procrastination, because sometimes it's that one little thing, that slight edge, a little bit that will catapult and grow into other changes in your life. And it's like, holy cow, just that one little bit of not procrastinating in that piece led me to go, oh my gosh. One thing for me, honestly, when I lost the baby weight for my last child, I really struggled. I was like, everyone's like, oh, you're always so skinny. And I was not a healthy, skinny person growing up, really. I was kind of a couch potato, and I really struggled with how do you consistently work out? How do you get your body to want to work out? And I never understood weirdos, I thought, liked working out. I thought that was a weird thing. And I'm one of those weirdos now, because I think what it is, I reconditioned my mind into thinking by doing the act of working out, the sweating, the feeling, I always was so happy when it was done. So I focused more on the result than the pain of, oh, I gotta do it. They're hurting during the process, that afterwards I would be sweating. I'd feel good. I'd have energy. My mood was better. I knew that I was being healthy and I felt good about myself. There was a confidence piece about accomplishing that and getting it done in my day. Like I could check it off. And there are things in your life that everybody has like that. So I challenge you to find those things, maybe pick 2 or 3 and not too many, because when you try to make too many changes in your life at once, what happens is that once you don't do one, you're like, I suck, I'm not doing it. And then you just give everything up. So I think it's about small little changes consistently over time. The whole thing is like, every time I read something, it's about consistent over time, over and over again. So that's consistent over time, consistent over time. And it's the truth. It's a marathon. Life is a marathon. It's a journey. It's not like I'm going to be sprinting and then I'm going to win the award and there's nothing else left. It's ongoing. So I think it's that if you give yourself permission to be 10% one day, 5% the next day, 25% the third day, maybe 100% the fourth day, and then maybe you'll need a rest day. Like maybe your life will change so much better from just allowing the different percentages, but you've been consistent in doing. And so where in your life could you be more consistent in doing, and then preventing that procrastination piece, which is the big elephant in the room for all of us, procrastination. And those that are self-employed or entrepreneurs or have a lot on their plate tend to be huge procrastinators, I noticed, because there's so much weighing on us. Sometimes we get paralyzed in doing anything. So we're like, I'm not going to do anything at all. So we just procrastinate on it all. And then until someone's banging on our door saying, we need this, you will like put it off. And that's a really hard pill to swallow when you want to have accomplishments and you want to move forward in your life. And then you're beating yourself up. It's a whole vicious cycle. So your future self will thank you from watching this video and making the decision to pick out 1, 2, 3, no more than that, items in your life that you really could, maybe they could stack together, a health item, maybe a work item, maybe a personal item, to stop procrastinating on and make some goals to do consistently over time, and to override yourself when you go, I don't want to do it, I don't feel like doing it, and saying, too bad, I'm doing it, and then just doing it. That's my ask of you. And I would love to hear feedback on what those 3 things might be, or 1 or 2 things. And I will report back to you on how I'm doing with my sleep, because I think it would be a great video to do, to talk about how you can get so much more done by getting the things done the night before, that the morning routine is really from the night before, right? Not after. So thanks so much for watching. If you like this material or content, I would love for you to subscribe and follow, and shoot me a like and comment, and engage, and let me know if there's anything else you want to hear about in life and real estate and all those fun things. Have a great night.